This is the ape house where the ape play will take place. The ape house was built in 1952. It consists of bricks plus glass and wood. Admire the craftsmanship. The ape house looks as modern today as it did in 1952. A person joked that it was built by Frank Lloyd Ape, but that joke is bad and I will not allow it to contaminate the ape play. The ape play has integrity. I will now introduce you to the apes. These are the apes. The apes live inside the ape house. Each ape has its own room. It was not long ago that apes lived in apiaries, but because of evolution and the origin of the species, they now live in the ape house. It is the apes who pay my salary. Without the largesse of the apes, I would still be, I don't know where I would be. The ape play depends on your cooperation and involvement. The participation of the audience is crucial to the success of the ape play. This is not a weakness, but a strength of the ape play. When this ape comes on stage, everyone on this side of the room gestures, that's a comment to me. On this side of the room should gasp and say, "You are a bad and troublesome ape." Thus will the ape comprehend its own nature, whose qualities are a result of its own actions. When the other ape confronts the first ape in a particularly tense scene in Act 3 and then eats a moth that had been liberated from an upended, bisected coconut shell, everyone on this side of the room should say, "It is better to eat a moth than to stop the rain from pouring from the sky." Although the ape house was built in 1952 to withstand nature's harsh challenges to its structural integrity, the ape house is not indestructible. Do not blame the ape house itself for its flaws in the face of natural disaster. It did not build itself. The ape house was built by actual apes. At the part where there is an earthquake and the house shakes, everyone who has been in a shaking house should say, "Run, apes, from the collapsing building. Save yourselves." As scholars of the ape play know, the ape play began as a 1-minute production. With Herculean efforts, the ape play was later expanded to 2 minutes. That expansion represents a 100% increase in the length of the ape play. For this performance of the ape play, the writers of the ape play, who are actual apes, have endeavored to enlarge the play's scope so that it will last a duration of 6 minutes. The writers of the ape play have requested that I say, "This version of the ape play will durate a full 6 minutes." It is their wish that future dictionaries will pinpoint the ape play as the origin of the verb to durate. It is the apes who pay my salary. When you see this ape go like this, you should picture in your head, as if you are dreaming, a bowling alley with apes bowling, but where the bowling pins are all penguins wearing bowler hats. Future productions of the ape play will feature an actual bowling alley with artificial penguins wearing bowling hats standing in for bowling pins. Future audiences will not have to use their imagination. During the intermission, at which point bananas will be for sale in the lobby, those audience members closest to the stage should say, "The ape play consists of apes. We can see the best." In addition to bananas, you will find available at the refreshment stands insects, plants, nuts, and a few small animals for the chimps among you. The ape play covers the range of emotion. It contains both searing drama and heartwarming humor, especially evident in this groundbreaking 6-minute version. When the apes do or say something funny, like the thing about the banana peel in Act 7, it is incumbent upon you to laugh. When something dramatic happens, like the part where this ape speaks of his difficult childhood, you should be silent and thoughtful and reflect upon your own difficult childhoods, measuring whose childhood was more difficult, yours or the ape's. If anything should happen to this ape, another ape will take his place in the ape play. Just because he is not the original ape, you should not ostracize him. Nor should you use the phrase, that ape is aping the original ape. The use of the word ape as a verb is offensive to apes. The ape play was written by an actual ape. A person joked that it was written by George Bernard Ape, but that joke is in bad taste, and I will not allow it to contaminate the ape play. The ape play has an integrity not found in other contemporary plays. Also, there's the part where an ape turns the crank on an organ. Imagine that there is a little human on his shoulder, dressed in a red cap and holding a tin cup. Due to the budget constraints of staging the ape play, a real little human could not be afforded. It is hoped by both the producer of the ape play and its cast that future productions will have an actual little human in a red cap. Now, I would ask that you all assume a comfortable posture in your seats as the ape play is about to begin.